What this video actually is me putting in a few of the remaining curriculum that I really want to share with you, whether they're popular or they're ones that I really enjoy myself, or they're ones that have been winning awards, things like that. Just the last few curriculum that did not fit into any of the specific categories that I've covered so far. So they're more of an eclectic style, but just really curriculum that I wanted to share with you before I end this series. Hi friends, welcome back to Commonly Cast Homeschool. My name is Devine and today I'm going to be covering some eclectic curriculum. Now, if you've been watching this series of videos on different styles of curriculum for the different homeschooling styles, you will maybe remember that literature-based homeschooling curriculum was one of my favorites. Well, this is also one of my favorites. If you're interested in going back and seeing all the other curriculum videos that I've created, I have actually talked about more than 40 different curriculums in this series. So if you're interested in seeing the rest of those videos, I will link the playlist to those videos here above. And I hope that this series has been helpful for you in trying to decide which curriculum might work best for your family. If this is the first video of mine that you're watching and you don't yet know your homeschooling style, I do suggest that you go and watch my 8 popular homeschooling styles video, just so that you can narrow down which of these curriculum videos you might actually want to watch to maybe find the curriculum that will work best for you. So I'll also link that up here above. This is my last video in this series, and if you like this video and you like videos like this, I'm actually going to be moving into more of the how we do homeschool in my family. So I have kids ages 9 to 13, 4 kids, and we do a lot of group subjects together, but I also customize my children's independent work quite a bit as well. So if you're interested in things like that, like and subscribe, and let's get started. So quickly, what is the eclectic style of homeschooling? Well, the eclectic style is just the catch-all. It's when you don't follow any particular style specifically, but maybe you pick and choose from the other homeschooling styles. You might teach some subjects with one style or method and others using other styles or methods. Frequently, eclectic homeschoolers piece their curriculum together by either creating their own curriculum or taking bits and pieces from different curriculum companies. So in this video, I'm going to be showing some curriculum companies that have more of an eclectic approach in that they have different styles or philosophies that seem to be meshed together in their curriculum. So today, these are the curriculum that I'm going to be going over. The Good and the Beautiful, Timberdoodle, Notgrass, Blossom and Root, Guest Hollow, and Miacademy. And I will link below the links to all these if you want to go and visit the sites yourself, as well as the link to these slides. So don't forget to check that out after you watch this video. So I don't think any curriculum series could be complete without mentioning The Good and the Beautiful. The Good and the Beautiful actually won the 2021 Most Popular Curriculum Award. So I am going to share this with you. Lots of homeschoolers use this curriculum. Now, it's considered a Christian curriculum. The owner of the company is a member of the Latter-day Saints Church, and she does employ a lot of people from a lot of religious backgrounds to try to ensure that the curriculum is not denominational specific. So in this curriculum, God is mentioned. However, the curriculum remains quite neutral, I would say, in any controversial areas. I don't know of many people who have found anything that's considered questionable or goes against their beliefs in this curriculum. So you would have to decide if that's something you're comfortable with, if you believe differently from the owner of this curriculum. Now, this curriculum is very inexpensive. In fact, they make a lot of their levels in certain areas completely free. So that makes this a really good option to look at. If you don't have a huge budget for homeschooling, it's a good place to look for some quality curriculum. I would say that The Good and the Beautiful leans towards more traditional / unit studies approach. They try to incorporate a few subjects together, and then they also have some things that can be done family style. PDF downloads and physical workbooks and work texts are available. Also, when you're using the good and the beautiful, you will find very conservative values in regards to what they have in their books. So they are very careful on the books that they print, that there's nothing that would be questionable. So here we are at the good and the beautiful. And so let's just take a look here at homeschool curriculum. So here we are with the language arts, and here are all the free levels that they have for language arts. So you can just go in there, and all you need to do is give your email address, and then you will be able to download the curriculum completely for free to print off on your own. Now, before you use anything with the good and the beautiful, or really most curriculum, be sure to go and do their level assessments so that you are putting your child at the right level. Levels don't always necessarily line up to a grade level, so it's always good to have your child take the assessments before going into a level. So the good and the beautiful levels are at this point traditionally higher. So a 1 would be a higher 1. So maybe even a second grader would be doing level 1 and so on. So don't think of the levels as grades, just think of them as levels, and make sure you assess your child before you start them in any given level. So down here you can see here's the assessment. So they also have things like handwriting. We use their handwriting in my home and my kids really enjoy it. They have like little activities and little drawing things as well as handwriting, and every day is different. So my kids really do enjoy that. They have math, and they recently put out a new math about last year. And they also have made those free from levels 1 to 5. And I will say my daughter is currently really enjoying level 4 of the math. So she's the only one doing it, but it's one that she actually doesn't dread doing. So that has been a win for us. It's been really hard for us to find a math that's worked for her. And the reason why I tried it was because it was free. So we tried it, we liked it, and then I did end up buying the physical booklet because they print up really nicely when you have them printed off. So their history's family style. You can use it for, they say, K to 12. And I believe they have upper level enrichment or enhancements or something to help you make it more appropriate for the higher grades. I've never used their history. So they do their history a little differently. What they do is they have a 4-year rotation. So they have year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4. And then they just made this bonus U.S. Constitution and government. I'm not sure if that's a whole year. That might be just kind of a unit. But in each of these years, what they do is they do a unit on ancient history, a unit on medieval history, a unit on early modern, and a unit in modern. So every year you're going to be touching on different topics within the whole span of history. So that is unique to the good and the beautiful history. So you have to decide if that's something you like or you prefer not to do. Their science is also family style, so they have K to 6 with lesson extensions for 7 to 8, and it is unit study type. So you will purchase, they have all these different units that you can purchase. And as you can see, they are $20, $30. Here's another free download. So you could do a marine biology for free. So you can see all these unit studies. And I think most people would say you probably do 3 to 4 a year. So that's their science. And then they have some electives. So they have birdwatching notebook, creative writing notebooks, nature notebook, arts and crafts, typing, drawing. So they have a whole bunch of different things at the good and the beautiful and some free things. So definitely worth checking out. So Timberdoodle is a company that combines a bunch of different curriculums to create complete packages for different grade levels. If you want it done for you company, they will combine a bunch of things together and give you a grade packet. So their curriculum can be Christian or you can get a secular package. Their price range would be from around the $2 signs, which is like around $400, $500, $600 up to $1,000. A lot of their curriculum is more traditional, but they also have a lot of things that are more like game schooling, so games to go along with the traditional curriculum and hands-on things as well. Like I said, you can purchase whole grade packages that are customizable, or you can just purchase various pieces, basically like a store. Generally, these are very grade-specific materials, so the packages are meant for each child to work on their own level and their own grade, not so much family style, though I'm sure you can always adapt things to be more family style. However, it is much more, you get a grade package for each of your kids, and then you would set up how they were going to complete the work. So here we are at Timberdoodle, and I'm going to be looking here at the curriculum kits, though you can go shopping and purchase things by subject or by grade as well. So anything in their kits you can purchase separately. So here we have Timberdoodle curriculum kits, non-religious homeschool kits, so that's where they take out anything that might be Christian, custom homeschool kits, additional student kits, and curriculum kit handbooks only. So that would be the guide, and then you would go and purchase the materials on your own. But what this company says is what they do is they purchase in bulk so that they can pass on savings to you. So if they're going to put something into their curriculum kit, what they can do is they can purchase it in bulk and get a better price. So going out and buying it on your own, unless you're going to go and find used items, would probably not be as economic as purchasing the full kit. So let's take a look at the kits, and let's just look at the traditional kits. And if you are secular, you could go and look at the non-religious kits. So here's the classic kits, and I'm just going to keep looking at grade 5. So let me scroll down. Here's my 5th grade curriculum kit. So they have 3 different options. They have Elite, Complete, and Basic. And the price ranges from Basic would be $425, Complete would be $835, and then Elite would be $1,085. Let's look at the Basic to start. So here in the Basic kit, I see math you see, spelling you see, and I'm not sure, some kind of literature, language arts, critical and creative thinking, and doodle definitions for vocabulary. And then let's look at the Elite here. All right, so Elite comes with, as you can see, here are the main ones that we had. So language arts and math. They add on some Notgrass History or Geography, some other Doodle America, Science from Apologia, Dr. Bonafide, looks like Cat Crime, so some fun games here. They have the math, Stop Motion Explosion, Mixed by Me, so probably some chemistry. Oh, it looks like a putty thing, watercolors, and I'm not sure. So a map. So that's what would come in the Elite kit. And I do know that you can customize these. So if there's something in there that you don't want, you can ask them to take it off. And if there's stuff you want to add, you can always go and look at the store and add those things. So customizable, but if you don't want to think too much and you can just look at these kits and decide what you want, you can just get it all in one. So now we have Notgrass, and Notgrass is just a history company, but I wanted to mention it because it is very popular and lots of people talk about it. It is a Christian curriculum, and I just gave it a $1 sign because it is only one subject. However, it looks like the complete packages may run around $200. So we'll take a look at that when we get in there. I would say this is quite a traditional curriculum, but you can add on readers to make it a little more literature based. They sell physical textbooks and workbooks and things like that. So only have history here, and it can be done family style within approximately 3 years. Of course, it depends on your family. And like I said, literature packages can be added to the textbooks to make it more a literature-based type of curriculum. So here we are at Notgrass History. So they have 50 states, our Star Spangled Story, so that's American history for grades 1 to 4, America the Beautiful, geography for the middle school grades, From Adam to Us, world history, Uncle Sam and You, studying the Constitution and government. And then they have high school, exploring America, exploring economics, exploring government, exploring world geography, and exploring world history. And I think that the economics and government are probably semester classes. All right, so let's go look at the middle school level, and I'm going to look at From Adam to Us because I like world history. So let's look at Buy Now and see what it comes with. Well, here is the history itself. And then here is the history with the literature. So like I said, around $200. And let's take a look at this complete bundle. The complete bundle comes with 3 textbooks. So part 1 and part 2 of From Adam to Us, and Our Creative World, maps, timeline, and an answer key. The student workbook with crossword puzzles, matching, and other handwork activities and tests. The lesson review with review questions and tests, and the literature package with 10 assigned titles. So 10 books go with that. So definitely some very popular titles that I have seen. And let's take a look inside. All right, so I'm back to this page here. I'm not going to click on this time. Here's an overview if you wanted to watch a video on it. And look inside. I'm just going to pick part 1. Very colorful. When I was reading it, the language sounds quite textbooky. So like I said, traditional, kind of a textbook style. And I just want to scroll to the back because I know they have activities. So at the back of each lesson, you have some possible activities that you could do. So Our Creative World, read this from your literature package. Timeline book, what to do with your timeline book. Student workbook or lesson review. Vocabulary, you can look these words up in the dictionary and write down the definitions. Creative writing, 1 or 2 paragraphs about your own ideas of reasons that Stonehenge might have been erected. Literature, so this is the literature reading, and then a family activity. And so you would get to pick and choose what you would want your student to do for each lesson. And I don't know how many lessons there are. All right, so I just want to look at the table of contents here and see how many lessons there are. All right, so there's 75 lessons, so maybe you would be doing it 2 to 3 times a week. All right, so that is Notgrass History. So the next curriculum is Blossom and Root. So Blossom and Root is a secular curriculum. I put $1 sign here because it is just a guide, so it doesn't include the books that you're going to need or the materials. It is nature-based, Charlotte Mason and Waldorf inspired. It includes literature, STEM, and hands-on learning. So you purchase a PDF curriculum guide, and you can actually purchase for the full year curriculum, or you can choose specific subjects to use with Blossom and Root. And also, this can be done family style within a range of ages. So here's the Blossom and Root website. They also have some early years curriculum if you're interested in 2 to 4 and 4 to 5-year-olds. And they have kindergarten curriculum. And then they have first, second, third, fourth, and they're working on 5th grade. It is coming out very soon. And they have U.S. History Volume 1. So I'm just going to look at 4th grade since my 5th grade is not quite out. So here we can go here and look at their scope and sequence and book list for 4th grade. So they have all the things that you're learning in 4th grade here, what they're doing in science, and you see the range of ages here. So 5 to 12 and 9 to 12. So you probably want to get this for 9 to 12-year-olds. 5 to 12 for nature study, 5 to 12 for art, and then we have our book list here. So mythology, The Hero's Journey, Finding Your Voice. So here are all the books that you would need for your year. And down here's the pictures. And then they talk about the spines. So they have like DK Smithsonian Exploration of Science, or they have another option, Professor Astro's Cat's Atomic Adventure, DK Find Out, The Way Things Work Now, Engineering Design at Work, DK Smithsonian Human Body, or The Fantastic Body, What Makes You Tick and How You Get Sick, and Anatomy. Okay, so those are the spines, and then these are the literature pieces. And then if you want to purchase, what you do is you go and click here and it takes you to the link to purchase the bundle. So here's the full bundle, or you can just get language arts, science and nature study only, and art only. And you can go here and see the lesson guides. And there's all that information we just saw. So I'm just going to click on the full year bundle here. Comes with these guides. And it is $162 for the whole thing. So more information about what you get. All right, so that's Blossom and Root. So, Guest Hollow. I added Guest Hollow because it is one of my favorite new curriculum companies. I cannot wait to start our science with Guest Hollow next year. So, I wanted to show you this lesser known curriculum company. I bought a science curriculum from them, and I am not normally super excited about science, but Guest Hollow's curriculum guide has made me excited about doing science. So, Guest Hollow, it is a Christian company, but they let you know when books are Christian or secular, and you get to adjust it how you would like. If you want secular curriculum, they will give you alternatives or tell you when you might want to skip a book. And also, if you're Christian, they do use secular material. So they will tell you and warn you when you might want to skip over things or if you might want to have certain conversations with your kids. The price is $1 because you are only purchasing the PDF guide. It is literature based and hands on. So you are purchasing a PDF curriculum guide. It does not come with the books and materials. However, when I look at my library, I have noticed that the library has many of these books. So if I were to use this, I would probably get a lot of things from the library unless they are more spine books where I have to use them for a longer amount of time. They have units or guides for language arts, social studies, and science. The guides contain book lists and schedules that include the reading schedules. They have printables, they have internet links, they have activity suggestions, and many of their guides can be done family style. So here's Guest Hollow. Just scroll down here. And let's go down here to their curriculum. So here are some pictures of the things they have. High school biology, language arts, grades 2 to 6. High school chemistry in the kitchen curriculum. I know my daughters are going to be doing that for their chemistry when they get to high school. Couldn't do anything else. I've heard really great things about it. We have high school American history year 1 curriculum, high school American history year 2 curriculum, botany, physics, middle school and high school. This is high school physics. Actions and reactions. This is a grade school introduction to chemistry and physics. And I've actually done a flip through of this one. So I will just link that here if you'd like to see a flip through of this. We have high school anatomy. We have junior anatomy for younger kids. And then we have little kids anatomy, science of seasons. And then they have these smaller units. So let's look at their curriculum and let's look at the K to 6 section. So they have this grammar, lots of activities and worksheets in that. I haven't looked into that too much, but let's take a look at, I'm going to see what this geography looks like because I haven't seen this one. So they give you a look at what books they would be using in their geography and how long it takes. So about 30 minutes to an hour. Good for grades 1 to 6. Get a printable PDF, editable schedule in Microsoft Word, access to online version of the schedule, and then here, required items. So you can look at the book list. And I think the types of books they use, just like they use such a variety, that's part of the reason why I get super excited about this curriculum. And so here we go. So this is what you would have. You would get the Geo Puzzle World Coin Collection, Geography Songs, Complete Book of Maps. So they just give you this information about it too. And this is where they would tell you if it's Christian or secular or neutral. Stories around the world, Children Just Like Me, World Map, Geography from A to Z, Into the Unknown, A Samurai Warrior, The Land I Lost, My Awesome Japan Adventure, bunch of worksheets. Okay, so they give a lot of variety in the book choices and the activities. Let's take a look at what a week would look like. Okay, so day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. You'd be reading a chapter a day of this. You could read this over the week. You read this over the week. And then, so Monday, you would read this here. Tuesday, you would read this. Wednesday, you would read this. And then they have this part here. So hands-on and printable section. So you can these are clickable links. You would go and they take you to a worksheet or they take you to a link that tells you how to do something. So all of these links are clickable links. They take you to the site that tells you what to do. Then there's a recipe here, and then more things that you could do, and then more printables. So a whole bunch of printables here. So really, when you are doing Guest Hollow, you want to pick and choose what you're going to do. As you can see, they give you a lot of options, and you don't need to do everything. And so you do need to be pretty good at deciding what's going to work for your family and what isn't. And they just give you, they call it a buffet of options, and you need to pick and choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do. So lots of options. Anyways, I will be doing some Guest Hollow in the near future. I have the actions and reactions video that I've already put up, but I also got Junior Anatomy, which is actually what I'm going to be doing next year. So you can look forward to seeing videos on a flip through of that and how that goes with my family. So those are some videos that will be coming up in the future. So Miacademy, this is a online program that can be used as your school. It is secular, however, they do have a Bible option. The material is secular, but the parent can go in to add in Bible if they want their children doing Bible as well. The price is actually quite inexpensive. We will look at it when we get onto the site, but it is a monthly price, or you can purchase the year per child, but it is quite an affordable option. It includes all the main subjects, math, English, social studies, and science, as well as has a large variety of electives. They have video lessons, they have quizzes, they have games, and they have just a lot of options on this site. When your child is here, they get a virtual community, so they will be able to interact with other kids their own age in this community. And I believe as a parent, you can customize how much interaction they can have with others, depending on how comfortable you are with your child being on this site with other kids. They have things like a newspaper that the students can write articles for. The students can create their own products to sell in a virtual store, and just a bunch of games like that. Students earn points when they do lessons, and that gives them points to go and play the games on the site. So it's kind of a gamified school. If you have seen advertisements for Always Ice Cream and Clever Dragons, those are the same company. So Always Ice Cream is a girls only site. Clever Dragons is a boys only site. And then Miacademy has both boys and girls. It's all the same curriculum, but it's just different sites. So I thought Miacademy looks very interesting. I actually am hoping to try it next year with my kids, just supplementary. However, it does look like they have a lot on there that if you wanted to use Miacademy as your main curriculum, you probably could, and then just add some supplements on top of that. I just thought this was an interesting curriculum option that I have not mentioned yet. So let's take a look at their site. Right, so here I'm at Miacademy, and so this is for K to 8, but they do have My Prep. It's new, and that is their high school program. I believe you can do a trial for a month for $1.99 right now. So they say engaging curriculum, engaging teaching videos, and quizzes. Students apply their skills in many ways, such as writing for the Miacademy Weekly or producing creative artwork. Adjust to students' needs. They have access to courses that range from basics to challenging. You select the courses and define the passing grade. Miacademy will create your child's personal learning path. Preparing for life. Kids write for Miacademy Weekly, the site's member-written newspaper. They run their shops in a business simulation. This site is about much more than just academics. So I'm really interested in this because I know my daughter would totally love this. And then my other kids, they just like games. So it sounds like they would enjoy this. So teaching others. While the core teaching is provided by our video tutors, students can produce videos to share on Miacademy. A special reward is given for videos that help other members learn about academic topics or real-life skills. Social skills. Students learn invaluable social skills by interacting with other students on the site in a safe, moderated environment. All right, so that is basically their introduction there. You can look at the scope and sequence of any grade here, but they have language arts, they have math, they have science, they have social studies, they have music and art, They have foreign languages, and this is something I'm really interested in because my children are learning Chinese right now. I have a daughter who wants to learn French, and so I feel like this would be a motivator for her to get on and learn French. And they have life skills. So just looks like they have so many different things here. So if your kids really like to be on the computer, doing things, learning things on the computer, I would say this might be an option that you might want to look at. Hopefully, I'll be able to try it out next year and be able to share how it goes with us, with all of you. So that concludes my eclectic curriculum video. Just all the curriculum that I hadn't been able to mention yet that I wanted to share with you. I hope you found some curriculum here that you haven't seen before that might interest you. I would love it if you shared any curriculum that you thought looked interesting, or if you've used any of this curriculum and how you have liked it, so you can share that with me and with the other people watching this video. My next videos are going to be our Term 2 wrap-up videos, so how my children's current curriculum are working for them and how we're doing in Term 2, as well as how I plan my morning basket for each year and how the Term 2 morning basket has been, what we've had in it, and how we have enjoyed it so far. If you'd like to see homeschooling content like that, please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you will see when my new videos come up. Thank you all for coming today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.